So hello. This is taking place during the coronavirus lockdown. Yeah. So it's interesting from many perspectives, but I want to look at it from a particular point of view. Not about the pandemic. It's really not about that. I just think, in some ways, it's an opportunity for us, those who are in lockdown, to maybe look at life a little differently or examine our own experience. Because what happens in life? So life dangles carrots. That's what it does. So if we're in a place where we're not feeling very well, or even if we are feeling well, it actually doesn't matter. We're living our ordinary life, and life comes along, always dangling these carrots. It may be the next holiday, it may be the next shopping trip, it may be the next order from Amazon, it may be meeting somebody. There's all these carrots that life presents us with. But it's almost like the carrot is here. You know the image of the carrot in front of the donkey, and the donkey's never quite reaches the carrot. It's the same with us. Only we taste the carrot, or we sort of smell the carrot, and we even touch the carrot. We buy the carrot, or we get the order from Amazon, or whatever it is. But then what? We just want. We may be satisfied for a few minutes. We open it, the shiny new phone, or whatever it is, or even I don't know. I ordered a packet of yeast recently from eBay because I couldn't get it in the shops, and yeast, and I put it in there, and then forgot about it until I needed it a few days later. No, but it's these sort of these promises, and these character promises are promising us something that will do it for us. It will do it. It will make us feel a certain way. It will transform something. We'll feel untroubled. It's desire. And desires are never satisfied for long. Because a desire, the purpose of desire is to desire. The purpose of desire is not to be satisfied. So through this period where we're spending a lot of time inside, we're not allowed to go out much, and there are no holidays to look forward to as such. Maybe a couple of trips to the shops a week if you're lucky, or whatever. No friends to see. We're here, and it gives us an opportunity to look at our mind, to look at the carrots, without the carrots, the obvious carrots. What does the mind do? There's a sort of an enforced, this is an enforced retreat, or we can see it as an enforced retreat. And meditation, a session at 10 minutes or 20 minutes of meditation, it's an enforced retreat. We shut off the outside world and we investigate ourselves. We look at ourselves. And so, one of the opportunities that this brings is that we have to find real joy instead of the carrot. Instead of sniffing after the carrot, that something, we have to find real joy or real pleasure in what's actually here. Because it's all we have. The carrot is just a promise. So what about, I have a friend in Spain, and they're locked down there. They what they what he's realised, it slowed him down because he's got nowhere to go. It's more restrictive than here. So it slowed him down because if he's walking up the stairs, well, the only destination he's got is the top of the stairs. He's not running up the stairs so he can get his clothes on and go meet his mate or hop on his motorbike and go to Granada. So in a sense, it slowed him down. And what he's realised is that there's a certain amount of pleasure in this if you're willing to pay attention. And frustration, there can be frustration too. But what does frustration come out of? It's thwarted expectation or thwarted desires. I'm not asking you to stop desiring, it's impossible. But meditation or mindfulness is about self-observation. So we begin to observe ourselves, begin to observe the character, begin to observe the desire. What's desire made up of? Thoughts. Oh, what about? Oh, I wonder if oh, that would be nice if I could. And a kind of bodily sensation, maybe a sort of yearning, a moving out to an object or an activity. But if you look deeper than that, there's something driving this desire, something driving the search. And it's this feeling of almost existential agitation, a little sort of primordial trembling. But let me come back to where we are now. So we're in the house, or we might have a garden if we're lucky, or a balcony, and this is it. Where we're going to find pleasure. So you might create a new hobby of knitting, or we've got a jigsaw that we've started. Might start drawing or listening to music, whatever. Of course, we do those things. We might find a new interest or resurrect an interest that we've had from many years ago. Maybe even as children. I used to love doing crosswords. So we have to find this sense of content, this sense of pleasure in the simple things. So when we're walking up the stairs, we feel we're with just walking up the stairs. When we're sitting drinking tea, we might notice how the mind wishes to do this. It wishes the lockdown was over or whatever. And we just notice that. Interesting. I'm here drinking tea and the mind's doing acrobatics, doing somersaults here, cartwheels there. But if we follow those cartwheels and somersaults, where does it take us? It just winds us up. It makes us restless. It agitates us. So we begin to just observe them. Thinking. Cartwheels. And that one was a somersault. Let's just have a pause. Just go quiet. So again, my wife, she's just started her potting her seeds, and it might be something to that. Put them on a windowsill, and paying attention to what we're doing. Because really, we're under the illusion that we don't have much time. And that's because we live in the head. So come into the body and just pay attention to what we're doing. Picking the cup up, drinking the tea, tasting the tea. Notice how the mind still races away, still dangling the carrots. It'll still dangle carrots. But it's a real opportunity here to see it arise, because we can't follow a lot of those carrots. You might be able to go onto Amazon or eBay, but we can't really go out and meet our friends or book a holiday because we don't know. And what's it like not to know? When will this come to an end? We don't know. How did this start? Well, we have our theories about China, and maybe it did, but actually, we don't know. What's it like not to know? Well, I get it. I don't know. I take my necessary precautions. But after that, I don't know. And what's it like to be in this space of not knowing? Because the rational mind wants to tie everything down. It happened here, and it'll last this long, and it'll end then. And life's not like that. Life's not rational. It doesn't go in a sequence like that. We don't know. So I just want to read you a poem. It only takes a moment to breathe, a moment to be still. And just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper. And I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, to just be and walk slowly into the mystery. So I think there's a lot in this. This is by Donna Folds, by the way, Walk Slowly. Something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The world right now is, from our perspective, is imperfect. This is not how it should be. It shouldn't be like this. This is not right. But if we stop, breathe, we make space for it. Make space for this imperfect world. And it's always imperfect. It's just imperfect in a particular way right now. Could say it's always imperfect or always perfect. It just is what it is. It's my picture of life that's amiss, not life. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race. Where are we rushing to? That we will all cross the finish line. There's only we've got one destination, and we all know where that is. So where's the rush? Slow down, pause during the day. Keep pausing. Just pause, just sit down, take a breath, make room for imperfection or perfection. They're the same thing. That waking up to life is what we were born for. This is if there is a reason, we can wake up to life as it is. That's the only real true satisfaction, is waking up to who we are, to what we are, waking up to life as it is, instead of our version of it. Our version of it is always, our version of life never matches life, or life never matches our picture of it. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I am going. It's this what next syndrome. Nexting. This isn't it. What next? So in this period, there's less of a next. There are not many nexts. So we are, in a sense, forced back on ourselves. Where am I going? What am I? Where am I rushing to? That many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, to just be and walk slowly into the mystery. But we'll never understand life. It's not meant to be understood. We're here to experience it, to let life transform us. But we keep trying to transform life. So take pauses during the day. Come back. It may not be what you want. If we're honest, this is not what we want, but it's the way it is. So if we keep fighting it, we keep battling with it, it just leads to conflict. Conflict leads to dis-ease. Let's have some quiet time. So let's stop, breathe, and make room for imperfection. picture of life is your mind painting? What's it creating there? Is it dangling carrots? Creating fears? This is your life. Or rather, just not even think to yourself, but just know right now, this is my life. This is what I have. They're sitting here. There are bodily sensations. Breathing's happening. Sounds are happening. The carrot is in the mind. That's all it is. That's where it is. That's where the carrot is. It's a thought. And so's the stick. So breathe, or just feel the breath. There's no carrot there. There's no carrot in the sound of the refrigerator or the birds. How does the belly feel? Is there any dis-ease around at the moment? If there is, welcome it. Where's your attention right now? Moving towards the carrot. Beating yourself with the stick. Nowhere to go. Literally, there's nowhere to go. Metaphorically, there's nowhere to go. So why not rest here? So carry on being quiet if you wish. I'm just going to round up and finish the session. So I've talked about the lockdown here, but this is relevant to any time of our life. The carrots keep coming. And if the carrot doesn't work, if we don't get the carrot or don't achieve the carrot, we may get the stick out. In that 10 minutes, that 20 minutes, that 30 minutes of sitting in meditation, it's noticing the carrots, noticing the stick, making room for imperfection or perfection, whichever, they both mean the same thing. And being in this space of not knowing. Oh, I don't know. Oh. What does it feel like for this human being not to know? That's a position of peacefulness. There's no peace in knowing everything or wanting to know everything, trying to tie everything down to know exactly when it, you watch the TV and you watch the questions from the journalists and it's, can you give me a cast iron guarantee of when? It's like, wow, don't know. We're just doing our best. We don't know. Make that your mantra. I don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery. Enjoy the mystery. The magical mystery tour.